Do you remember all the old VHS tapes and cassette videos stored in the closet of your childhood home? All that video camera footage your family used to take at birthdays, get-togethers, and weddings. The tapes that used to just sit there, gathering dust, completely forgotten until some house cleaning or nostalgia brought them back. Imagine taking one out, putting it in the VCR, and sitting down to watch. The experience warms cold memories, and faces you've forgotten used to be so young pass by on the screen. Suddenly, you catch a glimpse of something off and reach for the remote. You stop the tape, rewind back, and look closer as the tape plays again. On the second run-through, you catch it. There, in the background. There's something in the woods, watching the people, and you know there shouldn't be. In 2009, a pair of college-age friends, Troy and Joseph, sat down for 9 hours over the course of one night, writing the outline for Marble Hornets, the landmark web series that introduced Slenderman video projects and the very foundation of the modern unfiction landscape. Featuring a madness-inducing, amnesia-inflicting, teleporting idea of the monster, Marble Hornets created the very template of the video-haunting horror. 16 years later, Troy and Joseph introduced a Kickstarter for No More Tapes, the official book chronicling the making of Marble Hornets, with a very special stretch goal, an official mini-series project, the first video update to Marble Hornets since its finale 11 years ago. That stretch goal was met, bringing us Rosswood, an alternate universe what-if scenario that follows Jay Merrick and Alex Crayley years after the student film Marble Hornets was made. Tonight, we return to the woods in the realm of the operator and enjoy just a few more tapes ourselves. But someone else is returning with us. To ensure we aren't without soothing sounds to stay calm in a treacherous forest, this journey is sponsored by Raycon, and they're celebrating their anniversary with 30% off the Essential Open Earbuds. Sitting just outside your ear canal to let you stay tuned to excellent music and all the potential monsters making noise just close by, they ensure you can stay aware of anything happening around you without losing a beat of music or podcast conversations. Lightweight, all-day comfortable, and with a secure fit, Essential Open Earbuds will stay in place whether walking or suddenly sprinting from suited faceless figures, keeping you in the zone no matter how much you may be chased or teleported around. One of my all-time favorite aspects of Raycon earbuds is the long battery life. And Essential Open Earbuds deliver with 8 hours of earbuds life and a 36-hour case, giving you plenty of battery to keep listening as you look for a way out of paranormal areas. Raycon's always had me covered while out making footage for October specials, and the Essential Open Earbuds are perfect for staying alert while on task. And if I need to pause and listen to the environment, simple on-device touch controls make it easy. Enjoy your trips into urban legend zones with the best audio companion around. Click the link in the description box or go to buyraycon.com/nightmindopen to get 30% off the Essential Open Earbuds. That's buyraycon.com/nightmindopen. Thanks to Raycon for sponsoring this video and ensuring superb sound and listening ability suited to even the scariest situations. If you're new to Nightmind, then I'd like to inform you now that in any topic exploration, I highly encourage viewing the source material before moving forward with my coverage. It provides direct support to the creator and countable views, watch time, and the enjoyment of the original experience as intended. I suggest the very same now with Rosswood. The link to the playlist is in the video description, and it's just under normal movie length. 1 hour, 26 minutes, 13 seconds. If you're a longtime fan of Marble Hornets and didn't know about Rosswood, do yourself a favor and enjoy a small movie night. Maybe even get some friends, family, or a partner to enjoy with you. When finished, return here, and we'll discuss this very unique visit to the woods that started it all for so many of us. All done? I'm very glad you got to experience this. Come on now, let's retrace Jay and Alex's steps without getting as lost as they did. In Rosswood, there is no social account to accompany the narrative. There is no To the Arc offering reply videos. There are no puzzles or codes. There are only the hour and 26 minutes of footage and the excellence to observe within. Part 1 opens with the characteristic white text over black background of marble hornets. The following footage is the only edited material from an unfinished episode of Crayley in the Real World, a web-based documentary series created by Alex Crayley and Jay Merrick. It was recovered from a laptop found in their empty hotel room. The opening sequence is the best direct nod to a move across 16 years of unfiction introduced by Marble Hornets, dashboard driving footage. We turn to see Alex at the wheel, much older and very different in appearance, who voices over a compilation of footage from his YouTube series, exploring how the film world intersects with the real world. The logo comes in, looking very reminiscent of the operator symbol. Tongue-in-cheek humor is evident in the opening, touching on the light tones of it in presentation of Alex's college film, Marble Hornets, and the comedic side to the group that made the series on a side project channel years ago, Troy Has a Camera. Much of the first 30 minutes or so of Rosswood presents elements of humor learned through side project material woven into the storytelling skill set developed over the years. A great mix that allows a wider emotional range for setup, situation, and character interactions while giving contrast to the more anticipated direction.
Ever since we started this series, we wanted to do an episode about something that we ourselves are very familiar with, and that's
urban legends.
Urban legends, that's right. You see, urban legends are what I like to think of as this rich, primordial soup where creatives can reach in and pull out the raw ideas that they then mold into the horrifying masterpieces that we know and love. Now, urban legends are often tied to specific locations as well. And there's one location out here that everyone knows. Let's take a look. Rosswood Hospital has sat abandoned since its closure in 1999. Ever since, it has been the subject of countless urban legends and ghost stories. Students from the nearby university often trek through the moonlit woods surrounding it to visit this place as a rite of passage, staying just long enough to see the crumbling walls and the dark, twisted hallways. It's also well-trodden ground to Jay and I personally, as we shot a major part of one of our projects out here when we were film students together. This old hospital is...
Wait. Are you not gonna say what it was called?
No, I wasn't planning on it, but I guess you can.
Okay, it was called Alex Crayley's Marble Hornets, and it was about, stop me if you've heard this before, a guy comes back to his hometown after graduating college, and things are different.
Please don't put any footage of that in.
I'm going to.
No.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll just do it in the edit when you're not looking. Sorry, you were saying.
You can already tell so much by this alternate timeline scenario. Lacking disruptions to the original college film shoot, Alex and Jay would actually go on to stay friends, producing this YouTube series together. It's 8 episodes in, they have chemistry enough to play around and for Jay to enjoy his edits, and the mood is overall positive. Rosswood Hospital is still a scary location, but the reasons it's dangerous to us aren't clear to either of them. Alex speaks a bit more on the location's impact on creative people in the area, and introduces someone they've consulted to give them background knowledge on camera, Jody Locke from Rosswood Historical Society. So when you say their treatment, what are we talking about?
Rosswood was primarily focused on the treatment of mental health disorders. While most of the records from Rosswood specifically are redacted or sealed, it's safe to say that mental health wasn't as well understood in 1952 as it is today. In fewer words, Rosswood was an asylum.
And given that context, we're probably talking about some pretty barbaric treatments. Are like shock therapy?
Shock therapy, solitary confinement, even lobotomies, which were never formally outlawed in the United States.
Wow. And it's those kinds of barbaric practices and the behaviors that surround them that likely formed the basis for a lot of early slasher films. The idea of the crazy killer, right?
I don't know that I would say that exactly. In fact, when it comes to the treatment of the mentally ill in the United States, the truth is much more horrifying than fiction. That being said, most urban legends have some grain of truth to them. I've heard of plenty of instances of escapes during its heyday and even up until its closure.
So patients would get out. Would the police just round them up and send them back? What happens?
Sometimes there were genuine disappearances. I can think of one instance from 1998. There was a young boy who ran away during his treatment, and to my knowledge, he was never found.
It's probably some tales and myths that came from that incident alone.
It's possible.
For all who know Marble Hornets and the history of a character in that series who is very clearly absent from this picture, Jody's mention of a boy who ran away from Rosswood in 1998 and disappeared is very interesting. Major spoiler for Marble Hornets about to be uttered. Skip to the time on screen to avoid it. Tim's character arc revealed to us that he, not Alex, was the source of the operator infection all along. His stay at Rosswood was directly wrapped up in the operator's hauntings, with Tim's medication throughout life acting as a suppressant to the symptoms and mental interference. Tim becoming a cast member for Alex's film and the resulting evidence on tape of the operator's presence is what brought about Alex's downfall, as he became the new target of the entity by direct exposure to Tim. Visuals observed and studied in recordings only increased the infection rate. Here is a selection of cuts from entry number 66 of Marble Hornets, in which Jay accompanies Tim on a trip to Rosswood, his amnesia fading.
This is what exactly?
This was my room. I used to live here, or used to be a patient here, but I guess you kind of figured that out already.
I mean, the thought crossed my mind, but I never really knew for sure. Why were you here?
Oh, come on, you see my medical history. Obviously you know I have some issues. And I've had them for a pretty long time.
How long are we talking?
As long as I can remember. Well, my mom brought me here when I was really young, but she never told me exactly why.
You never asked her?
She's never really around to ask. And the doctors would never tell me to my face either, but I'd always hear them say things like violent episodes or delusions, you know, stuff you can't just tell a little kid. They ran all kinds of tests and pinned just about every disorder you could think of on me at some point or another. And they settled on schizophrenia eventually, but I don't even think they knew for sure. I was on a lot of medication most of the time I was here. I got used to it after a while, and it helped, but not enough.
What do you mean?
Well, one of the problems I was having was hallucinations. I had a lot of them. Part of me knew they weren't real, but that still didn't make them go away. Or maybe I just didn't want them to at the time. At one point they got so bad I kept escaping from my room. I'd hide in the maintenance tunnel or run off to Rosswood Park, which you know isn't that far away from here. And whenever they would find me, I would say that I was hiding from whatever it was I was seeing, so they'd bring me back, and I didn't have much of a choice except to lock me in here. That's when it was at its worst. I'd be clawing at the walls and screaming at all hours of the night. I had to up my dosage just to calm me down, to the point where I was almost numb.
But these hallucinations, what did they look like?
Well, that's the thing, I can't remember any of them. Probably because of the medication. It didn't cure me exactly, but it kind of leveled me out enough that I was able to go to a normal school. I got transferred to another facility, got into college. That's where I met Brian, the first real friend I remember having.
That's where you met Alex too, right?
Yeah.
There it is. Your alternate timeline story catalyst nailed in one historical anecdote from Jody. In this timeline, the only change is that on one of these occasions, Tim didn't come back, which meant he never grew up to be a cast member of Marble Hornets. Alex's life didn't unravel, Jay never remembered the tapes, and all the events we know of the original story didn't come to pass, which bring about the circumstances we're watching now.
this whole thing is like a game of telephone. You know, with every subsequent retelling, the truth gets stretched and it becomes harder and harder to get to the heart of what actually happened.
Right, and it's that kind of malleable storytelling that ends up being urban legends. A place like Rosswood Hospital has to be ripe for that sort of thing.
Absolutely. I've heard of plenty of folks going to the grounds themselves to see if they can catch a glimpse of the spirits still wandering the grounds after all these years.
And it's my understanding that those kinds of people are the types that are all too eager to experience their own ghost story, basically, right?
Right, exactly. I should point out that going there is legally considered trespassing, but there are plenty of folks who are comfortable with taking on that kind of risk if it means that they can experience the otherworldly.
Now, do they?
I've heard stories, but that's folklore, right? It's the oral tradition of regular people in a community, and in this case, Rosswood.
With that in mind, before we head out to Rosswood Hospital proper, we thought we'd take a walk around and talk to some folks, find out what stories they've heard, and maybe what other urban legends they're aware of. But keep in mind, this is a college town, and it's a Friday night, so anything goes.
Except nothing truly happens outside Alex and Jay getting some lonely drinks amid a sad stock footage montage.
So it turns out that it's spring break, and I'm having a little bit harder time finding people to interview than I originally anticipated. But don't worry, I'm not ready to give up quite yet. Told you I'd find someone, guys. I'm here with Brandon, who you're familiar with Rosswood, correct?
It's Brendan, but yes, I am familiar. I've heard of the facilities.
And you've also heard about some maybe spectral interference here. Could you elaborate a little bit?
Yeah, I heard Marie Laveau put a curse on the place from beyond the grave. I heard she was petitioned by a patient.
And so she was petitioned while already dead?
Correct.
And what kind of curse did she put on Rosswood? All right, we found somebody else that knows a little bit about Rosswood. What's your name?
Oh, that doesn't matter too much. Y'all wanted to hear a ghost story, right?
Yes. Yeah, tell us your ghost story.
Yeah, I got a ghost story.
Okay.
I'm sure some of the YouTube skit humor of Troy has a camera is clear in the makeup of Rosswood, and while it's certainly present in the way this street interview begins, the meandering path it takes leads us, strangely, right into the territory we're looking for.
I've never been able to talk to girls very, very well. But my brother, you would have liked him. You would have. When we were seniors in high school, my brother, he was only a year older than me, so we were close in age. Seniors in high school.
Was he held back a year?
Yes. Yes, he was.
Of course. Please continue.
He talked to these two like, sophomore girls, and like, he was like, hey, let's go hang out in the woods, and like I could never have done that, but they said, yeah, we'll go out, and we were gonna go have a good time. I was so nervous. I was, the whole walk out, and then a little that. We reached Rosswood. I'm so sick. I had to lie down. I was like, give me a minute. I'm going to sit here. I wasn't falling asleep, I guess. I was so f***ed up. Oh.
We can bleep it.
Oh.
Don't worry.
I wake up. Suddenly. And it's the two girls, and they're shaking me. And they're yelling. It took them. It took them.
They took your brother?
It took them.
The girls took your brother?
No. I mean, I stood up. I mean, I had to get up. They were saying, I asked them again where their brother, and they said, took him. And so, like, they start motioning me to follow him, and they brought me to this tunnel. This big tunnel in front of me. Steel. And it's so dark in there. And the girls, they're yelling in my ear. They're saying, it dragged him in there. It dragged him in there.
This is a tunnel at Rosswood Hospital?
No.
No.
There's no tunnel at Rosswood Hospital. You know what's listening to me?
Okay.
I've never seen this tunnel before. I turn and like they're both like they're on the ground and they're just
They're having like a seizure?
like on the ground. And I was like, I don't know what to do.
Alex, I think we should call him a cab or maybe.
So I ran into the tunnel. And I was calling my brother's name, saying, "Where are you? Where are you?" And I hear, "Here I am." Just like that, Here I am. And I turn around. That was so beautiful. I ran. I had to. Never saw my brother again.
You don't know what happened to your brother? What happened to the girls?
They woke up. They were kind of like me, kind of sick, but we got back to the car where we parked, and by the time we got there, they didn't know who I was. They didn't know me. They didn't know I had a brother. They didn't know there was no brother. Do you hear what I'm saying? There was no brother.
No, I get what you're saying. Wow.
Come on, man. I just called you a cab. Come on. Come on.
Teleporting, amnesia, a tunnel, and a disappearance. This is all familiar to what we've known of the operator. This man's experienced the run of effects, as well as the two girls who were with him, and it sets us up to witness a haunting night ahead of Alex and Jay if they dare to visit Rosswood. Alex finishes the video in a cliffhanger, announcing he, Jay, and Jody will be staying overnight in the abandoned hospital, and Jody doesn't seem on board. Part 2 opens without edits by Jay, filming the area while the lavalier mics stay recording. It quickly is made clear to Alex that Jody has no intention of sleeping at Rosswood Hospital. There's a bunch of reasons why, but this idea is also a surprise to her. Alex has a short argument with Jay about whether he informed Jody this was the plan via email, which turns into the idea of how conversations with contacts go in email threads for them.
All I did was the initial contact, like you told me to. I think you took over from there, right?
No, this is exactly the kind of thing that I have you for. You were my assistant to organize these kind of things.
You emailed me, Alex, and you told me that I was meeting you both here. You never mentioned anything about the hospital.
It doesn't matter. We're going to figure out a contingency here.
Do you have a permit? Do you have insurance?
Okay, you don't need to worry about that kind of thing, all right? I am a professional. We are professionals. We're all professionals here.
You are asking me to trespass in an abandoned building.
What I'm asking you to do is act with a modicum of professionalism. We had an agreement. We just need you to do this one last thing.
I am not going to listen to you lecture me about professionalism. You are being unprofessional.
I am not being unprofessional. Look, I'm not mad at you. I just care about this project a lot. And from my point of view, you are the only thing that is keeping us from reaching the finish line.
Well, isn't that convenient? Do you think I just fell off the turnip truck? No.
What?
I am not going to be pressured like this.
I'm not trying to pressure you. I am trying to get the job done. You don't want to get the job done.
Then you are going to have to do this job without me.
It's an easier tone than when he was in college and yelling at people while haunted by the operator, but it turns out Alex isn't that much different in this timeline. He and Jay pack it up, and we resume the next day in a hotel room, another Marble Hornet staple. Jay asks if Alex has heard from Jody. He hasn't. It's safe to say he's burned a bridge. Fun anecdote there about Alex and burning things. They drive a bit, another classic transition. And suddenly, we're back on location. And the nostalgic feeling that kicks in from Marble Hornets viewers is immediate.
Okay, we can keep moving.
It does look way worse, right? Like, I'm not crazy.
Yes, it does. Okay. I mean, granted, it's been what, 15 years since we've been here? More?
Yeah.
You good?
Yes.
Okay, I'll start up here.
We've arrived. Rosswood Hospital. This is where Jay and I are going to be spending the day and night. This is the larger of the two buildings on the property. The one that Jody told us was patient housing. A little bit over that way is the treatment facility. We'll check that out, but first, let's go inside.
There's not too much graffiti here.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, well. Wait. Look, come here. I don't know how I saw this.
Oh, no way.
It's a, is it? Yeah, it's a mini DV tape, which I think it's what we shot on before.
This might be one of them.
Who knows? I wish I had a way to play it, but I don't.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would take it.
Cool.
It's a tribute, a little wink at the audience, and delightfully in the world. Rosswood is a miniseries, but it's also a walkable love letter in part 2, reminiscing in a way that feels like traveling the halls alongside Troy and Joseph. In playing a timeline of easier friendship that had years to develop between Alex and Jay, the chemistry comes through in scenes that are just as warm as the sunlight over Rosswood.
Was it on this side or that side that we shot on the 3rd floor?
I think it was this side, but I mean, the floor was there that time.
It's still here.
It's just down there. Wow. Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm going to get
Let's go
away
down the
from...
ground.
Yeah. You're going to try? Please be careful.
No. No. No.
Yeah, don't do that.
Ground floor's fine. So, I think that's enough in here. Let's go head over to the treatment facility and take a look around, and then we'll come back in here and do more of the narration stuff in a little bit.
Okay. Wait.
What?
I think. Yeah, it is. This is where you did. We shot a part of Marble Hornets right here. You called it your money shot.
I called it my what?
Yeah. You had Brian standing right here against what was a wall, and you had him sitting here looking all pensive,
yeah.
and you shot it back through here.
I didn't recognize it.
Yeah.
Since everything's gone.
Yeah. You had him. Yeah, you had him leaning right there, and he said some kind of line. I don't remember what it was.
I have no idea. I am positive it was very annoying and awful, though.
Yeah, it looked just like this. Yeah.
You remember we got caught after this, right?
We did?
Yeah, a guy in a truck came up, like, right over here, and he was yelling at us, so I went out to go and talk to him and try to, like, get him to leave us alone, and he had a shotgun in his passenger seat.
He did?
Yes.
Okay, seeing this now, I remember the guy in the truck, but I don't remember the shotgun part.
Yeah, so we left real fast,
Yeah.
and I told him we would never come back, and now I'm a liar.
I mean, you told the truth for decade and a half.
Not bad.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, wait. You want to go in?
No. No, I do not. I'm not getting stuck in there.
Yeah, I'm not going in there either. I just wanted to see what you would say.
Hey.
And there you have it. A bit of distortion to let us know this place is still supernaturally active, and a superb callback spot too. The infamous service tunnel from the original Marble Hornet story. Jay and Alex continue on, scouting rooms they can use that aren't exposed to the open air.
It's I mean, it's dark. There's no windows. What about it?
Yeah, it's dark. It'll be good for the scripted encounter.
What?
You know, this scripted encounter, like in the middle of the night when we're exploring, we're contacted by ghosts or spirits or whatever.
You mean by scripted encounter, you mean faking it?
What I mean is that I don't want to leave here empty-handed.
That just seems dishonest to me.
I mean, you don't really think that we're going to be experiencing something supernatural out here without it, do you?
Well, no, but it just seems kind of manipulative to the viewers.
What do you think we were going to do out here? Just spend the night and have nothing happen? Sorry, look, I get what you're saying. I do. But we don't have to use it, but I'd rather have it and not need it than not have it and end up with the most boring episode ever. Right? So we're not making high art.
Yeah,
we just need eyeballs.
Need the eyeballs, yeah. Okay, well, I mean, no harm in looking. Go ahead. I'm right behind you.
Well, just look.
Okay.
Alex's integrity to video process here is immediately revealed, and his attitude about it in Jay's questioning. The Jody situation is our first indicator of his underlying issues, and this is the second.
Not bad.
Yeah?
It's like the one room in this entire building that's not covered in graffiti.
Yeah.
It's meant to be. So we'll film a little bit in here now while the sunlight is still in, and then tonight when it gets dark, we'll come in here and do our scripted thing. What's up?
The screen on the camera froze for a second.
Has it done that before?
It's done it once before, I think. It was when the SD card was almost full, actually, now that I think about it. Let me put this one in and take out another one from the bag. Give me just a second.
Is it good?
Seems like it.
Okay. I cannot afford a new camera, by the way. So anyway, we'll come back in here this evening, and that's when we'll shoot. Okay.
What was that?
I'm not sure. I really hope there's not somebody else walking around with us.
Are you gonna check it out?
Of course. I think it came from this way.
Visual issues on the camera after the service tunnel? Loud noises nearby? Our mind immediately goes to the operator's presence and possibility of someone he's already affected.
Might have even been a roof fall.
The sound just now. Did you listen to it more than you looked at the tree line? At 17:33 in Part 2, your patience in studying the environment is rewarded. The operator stands at the right corner of the building while Jay and Alex cross the yard.
Sounds like it came from where we just were over there.
Yeah, I hear it.
Oh, crap.
What?
I left the camera bag in there.
Is it in there?
Yes.
Okay. You scared me.
All right. I scared myself.
On the plus side, our encounter room is still secure.
Yeah. There's people here. I do not want them running off with this. Just give me a second to catch my breath. Wait. Wait, come here.
What's up?
What? It's dark.
There's no way. It was
It
like
was-
5 p.m.
I mean, the sun was setting, but it shouldn't be dark yet, right? What time is it?
10:52 p.m.
There's no way. Hold on. Ooh.
Looking at the background a lot more now, aren't we? Rosswood, in only 2 parts, displays much development over time in Troy and Joseph as filmmakers. The acting confidence and natural delivery flows. The chemistry is real. The pacing provides a perfect balance between nostalgia, environment establishment, character moments, and story beats. The visual and audio glitches are just enough. The scare touches laying the groundwork is right on, and it's all compact, like a true miniaturized and deeply experienced version of the old series, albeit without the tape analysis and discovery segments. This is a learned, lighter, faster, and altogether more confident Troy and Joseph with the ease on camera that years of experience and enjoyment of the art provide. Story beat for story beat, scene for scene, this is playing out very much like any established found footage movie in a single location in Marble Hornet style. Old and familiar is meaning new and experienced, and it's missing nothing, especially in a timeline altered in the earlier mentioned way. Stepping into night so suddenly is a great new approach for getting the action going. This isn't unusual to us, but taking the direction is a great surprise.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna turn on the camera light so I can see better. Free up one of my hands. There
No,
you go.
don't use the camera light.
Why?
We have the flashlights. That's going to kill the camera battery like that.
Well, we're leaving anyway.
Humor me.
Okay. Here, go ahead. I'm gonna call Riley and tell them we're coming back tonight. Nothing. It just keeps ringing. Did you try calling yet?
Who should I call?
It doesn't matter. Anybody.
The only people on my phone besides you are my coworkers.
Call one of them. You might have a better signal than me.
You can already guess Alex won't make a connection, but take note of his genuine response about the contacts in his phone. Moments of character exchanges throughout allude to a greater picture than many found footage projects incorporate, especially in such ease of natural dialogue. Jay suggests walking out the front again, but Joseph says it's not a great idea. They don't actually know their way around. So now what's the plan?
I think the plan is what the plan always was. We hunker down. We can film whatever we want to tonight, and then in the morning we'll figure it out. We'll try again.
Okay, but all of our stuff is in the car still.
Okay, well, silver lining, that makes for a better episode. We're roughing it.
I'm really not too interested in what I'm shooting right now anyway.
Well, I am interested in it. I want to capture as much of this as I possibly can, so just keep recording, please. Can you do that?
Yeah, if you say so.
I do. How are we doing on battery?
On battery? 40% left on battery pack 1, which I have right now. Then the other 3 are fully charged.
Good. And we have 1 full SD card from earlier. Mm-hmm. How are we doing on the others?
30, 40 hours between them, probably.
Well, that's great. That's way more than we actually need for tonight.
Wait, you're not going back into that room again, are you?
Yeah, of course I am. This is the room where whatever happened, so I think it's a good idea for us to stick around in case something else happens.
I don't know. Please don't go in there. Please don't go in there again.
Jay. Look, I'm not trying to bully you, okay? Give me the camera.
Hold on.
I know you're stressed out, and I know this is a lot, so let me take over on the camera. You can sit down, relax, try to take your mind off of things. Plus, this room is like clean compared to the rest of the place. There's hardly any mud.
I really doubt I'll be able to take my mind off things.
Try, at least. It'll be fine.
I'll be here.
Great.
This is one of the best treasures out of Rosswood. You never would have been given this kind of scene in Marble Hornets, exploring this sort of character interaction. Jay and Alex have a dynamic over time in the story, and development for both of them generates a scene of this nature, giving Alex room to demonstrate a mix of peacemaking and soft emotional appeal and a control maneuver towards getting his desired outcome, rather than actually empathizing with Jay's concerns in a supernatural scenario. It's clear that Alex does want to take advantage of the moment, and Jay would like to live to go home to his partner. But Jay's not the type to just turn on Alex and get his way, especially as Alex relays this in an easygoing manner. This moment also gives us a fun new vantage point. Alex alone with the camera, exploring the building.
God. Oh. Oh. A little bit creepier when you're by yourself.
The coughing and glitching are enough to clue you in on the operator's presence, but let's take a look at that head on. Standing just inside this little square of the building, it's a nice touch, and easy enough for Alex to miss strolling by.
Alright, so... Okay, down there is one of the front entrances.
This glitch sequence is great. Nude distortion, plus a fun sneak image. The operator flashes in the hallway in precisely one frame, kicking off the moment. It's difficult to think back on any scenes in Marble Hornets in which the operator moved that fast and was seen that briefly, suggesting a new display of power. In the next scene, we find Alex and Jay in the room, and they've both slept until 8 in the morning according to the phones. But it's still dark out, and Jay is audibly losing patience with Alex's easygoing attitude about this. Alex quietly takes the sarcasm, and they head outside in search of the car.
How did we get turned around? I swear we were walking in a straight line.
Yeah, we were. All right, let's turn around and try again. This time, keep looking back at it to make sure it's behind us while we walk.
I'll walk backwards.
Yeah, just walk backwards if you have to. All right. Careful. Okay. Still there. Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Wait.
This?
Wait, no. This is the utility room that we were in yesterday.
This is one of the most effective reality circumstance moments on film, be it excellent editing to hide the cuts, or superb work in making us unaware of the layout to play this off right. The impact is the same. Alex and Jay aren't able to trust these grounds. There's a looping effect in play even while maintaining new movements.
But how? This is at the back of the building. We were just at the front. Ow!
No idea. Oh, this is huge. I gotta get this.
No, we need to be more worried about leaving because I am so tired of shooting all of this.
I don't care. I don't care. Man, ever since whatever happened, you've just been hounding me about leaving. I don't want to film. We gotta stop shooting. It's been nonstop, man. See this from my perspective, okay? You have a steady job in the production business, right?
What? Yeah, I mean, steady enough, you know that.
And you know what's going to happen when we get out of here and we stop shooting. You're going to go back to that job, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to go back to Riley. And you're going to go back to your house.
Yeah.
And you know where I'm going to go?
Home?
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go back to my crappy little apartment alone. And then the next day, I'm going to go to my crappy little day job at the call center and get yelled at all day. That's a job that I'm probably gonna be laid off from soon, just so you know.
Sorry.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Don't apologize. Just listen to me for a second. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm doing at that job when I'm sitting at my desk between calls?
What?
I'm writing down ideas for the series. I'm trying to think of ways to make it better. Trying to think, what can we do? Where can we go? Do you know why?
Why? I'm listening.
Because it's all I have. And now we're out here. And we have something big. We actually have something. Something that nobody has seen before. We have, on camera, definitive proof of something paranormal happening. How does that not excite you?
I just want to go home, Alex.
So do I, man. Of course I do. But if I can leave here and have something to show for it, something that can pull me out of this hole, I want that. I need it. Look at me. I need this. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Don't mm-hmm me.
Yes, I understand. Yeah.
So film everything.
Okay.
This scene is gold. It's good enough to be used for acting classes that train people on monologues and a journey of emotional conveyance. This is so multi-layered. There's Alex's desperation and genuine appeal. There's his emotional blackmail. There's stress in his friendship with Jay over this moment in which he's elated, ravenous, and being challenged. There's his confusion in how Jay isn't thriving right now over discovering legitimate evidence of the paranormal. And it's all so believable for the character dynamic and how things have been set up. Consider the evidence gathered in small ways throughout the film. Yes, let's call it that. This works as a cohesive film that shows us Alex isn't doing well. The sequence finding nothing in a college town on a Friday night might have been funny and circumstantial, but it speaks to a tone of character experience, doesn't it? When Jay calls Riley early on, it gives us immediate contrast. Alex has no partner to mention in that moment, or for Jay to inquire about. During a scene to phone a friend in a paranormal situation, all Alex has in his contacts are co-workers. Dysfunction in the exchange with Jody is a bit indicative too, although that lays more of an idea that he and Jay aren't a totally perfect duo in this. And as soon as Alex realizes they've stumbled onto a real event at Rosswood Hospital, he insists on getting more of it on camera, despite the unknown dangers and Jay's trepidation. The character hints have been laid out ahead of this moment. It's earned, not a surprise, and it's not all as singular in tone as the angry college film director trying to see his vision come to fruition. Troy and Joseph here are excellent in their delivery. They believe themselves. They believe each other. They're responding in character, and it does feel realistic for the moment and circumstances, both in Alex's life situation and the paranormal one. In the later half of Marble Hornets, we saw plenty of moments in this wavelength, but none as confidently displayed as this. Alex and Jay's interaction also establishes all the reason we need for why the camera is going to keep rolling. We're not in doubt from the start as to legitimate cause to film.
What?
I have an idea.
What, you don't want to go down there, do you?
I mean, we've been in the woods a couple of times now, and we keep ending up at the same place. Maybe this goes somewhere. Maybe it actually goes somewhere. And maybe that somewhere has the sun up. I don't know.
We haven't tried it yet. I guess there's only one way to find out.
Thought you'd take more convincing.
I just want to leave. I'll try anything. Let's see. It's actually it's more spacious in here than I thought it would be.
Well, that's something. And move in so I can hop down.
Right!
Expertly curated shot of the operator by the guys who made this Thunderman video playbook. Unexpected, great framing, great scare impact mixed with the joy of a close encounter and Jay entering the tunnel.
Alex? Alex, are you in here? Alex? Alex, where are you? Where'd you go?
Where did you go? I was looking at one of these rooms.
What?
I thought you were right behind me.
In the tunnel. Where did you run?
I didn't run anywhere. I'm right where we were a second ago.
You're outside the tunnel?
What tunnel?
The one we were going to go through to try to get out.
I don't know where that is. Can you meet me at the front, please?
Okay.
Can you meet me at the front, please?
Give me a second to crawl out of here, I guess. Okay, hold on. The phones are working. I'm gonna call Riley on the way out. I'll see you out there. Yeah.
I love this scene. It's never been this directly evident that the operator can manipulate you and its reality on a level that includes language and tech. All we've ever seen of it with technology is disruption and electrical failure. Using Jay's phone to deliver what's clearly not actually Alex is incredible, and we know it's not a hallucination because it's playing for us too. There are new scares and tactics in Rosswood, and it gives us insight into just how much this entity can do in its own territory, or with the education in technology manipulation that so many years gone by granted it.
No. Oh my God.
Oh, you scared me. Hey, is your phone still working?
No, I tried calling Riley on the way over here and it still just rings like before.
Okay. Well, so I'm up here. What are we doing?
What do you mean? You told me to meet you up here.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You called me and said you would meet me up here.
No, you called me and said that the tunnel just led up front. You were going around so to meet you right here.
No, I came out the way I went in.
Hold on.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to call you.
Okay.
Anything?
No.
The operator is now much more intelligent to us and certainly scarier. It couldn't coordinate anyone like this as we last saw the entity. Jay and Alex rest in their room, and Alex announces his phone is dead, then makes his thoughts known.
Even though we don't know how long we're going to be in here, I think that we
both have a journalistic obligation to show as much as possible.
Are we really still doing it like this?
Yes, we're still doing it like this. We have to show what is happening to us.
Okay, but listen, what little food and water that we brought here are in the car that we can't get to right now. So, I mean, there's a very real chance that we could be, like, stranded here for real. Shh. Turn the flash.
Immediate concerns over this activity is that it's another human in the grips of the operator's influence. We heard plenty during daylight that suggested another person. In this way of activity, though, we don't know what that could actually be. In the hall, Alex decides to head off with a camera in hopes of filming the entity up close, leaving Jay alone despite his protests. He moves around carefully, keeping us on edge and on the lookout alongside him as he coughs. Every shot down a hallway or into the woods brings a paranoid, searching movement.
Okay.
No! Drop the camera! Just drop the camera! Drop it!
There exists in the sequence we just observed a question. What did Jay experience right before he suddenly showed up behind Alex, dragging him away? The camera spends plenty of time on him making a strong argument of some kind, then lost in thought and emotionally drained on the floor. Once the camera picks up, Alex is approaching Jay, checking his watch. He reports it's 10:31 p.m., again, marking 3 days since they arrived. They establish the battery levels on the equipment. The charge on their flashlights won't last as long as the spare batteries for the camera. Unable to think of their next move, they sit down to rest for a while.
You know, I really do hope that we get out of here so you can use this footage for something like you said you wanted to.
That's fine. I mean, people would just say it's fake anyway. I mean, I would.
I probably would too.
I'll be like, that vampire chasing him looks so fake.
What? A vampire?
Yeah, I mean... I'm just trying to think of what people would say.
He went with vampire.
Do you remember the horror movie that I wanted to shoot?
Yeah, what was it called? It was
Vengeance of Dawn.
Vengeance of Dawn, yeah. Wait, was that a vampire thing?
Kind of. I mean, I wanted it to be an homage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one didn't go so good. That was That was when I was trying to film on my own since you were...
Yep, I was over house hunting with Riley, and I just started my new job.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry I couldn't help you with that one. I really should have been able to. I could have found time.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean it. I'm just really glad one of us got to move on to something better.
Yep.
Jay and Alex have their disagreements, and Alex has his problems, but it's understood why. And though it's not an actual apology, you can tell he feels stupid and regrets chasing the entity. There are notes of remorse in putting Jay through this. It's not a major level of understanding and communication, but it shows Alex is evaluating his decisions. Another scraping noise comes from the hall. Jay gets up, closes the door, and they both turn off the lights. Once the camera rolls again, we find Jay and Alex discussing how thirsty they feel and the remaining life on the battery. The SD card is nearly full, so they agree to start conserving as they can. A sequence follows of someone walking around with a camera with audio busted and a light saturation difference in the footage. The cameraman enters the tunnel, and stopping halfway through, we find it's Alex.
Sit on. You recording?
Yeah.
You're recording?
Mm-hmm.
You're recording?
So as far as we can tell, it has been 10 days since we originally got stuck here. We have no food, no water, and we're just realizing that we should probably be dead by now, but we're not. We've tried to walk out of the front here so many times, and every single one of those times we end up right back at the entrance. No one has answered any of our calls, and now both of our phones are dead. And ever since yesterday, Alex has had trouble talking for some reason, so that's why you wanted me to. Alex.
Trouble speaking after an encounter with the operator isn't a terribly unfamiliar idea, but it's one of the lesser explored elements. Alex is clearly still walking, able to control his movements, and there's still whatever is out there, scraping along the floors of the hospital. The idea of being trapped in a reality controlled by the operator in which time itself appears frozen is excellent new ground and video exploration. Teleporting, time loss, and subjection to time discrepancies isn't new, but 10 days of wandering a looping area and somehow defying physical death when the conditions have been met to see the body expire is new. The psychological torment angle of Marble Hornets is present in a fresh, more direct and concentrated fashion, while being slow enough to illustrate degradation of will. Part 5 opens with Jay attempting to find Alex after he walks off, once the scraping noise passes.
Alex! Oh. Okay. Oh, that's way more light than I'm used to having. Okay, so come with me. We're gonna walk back home, me and you. I mean, not that anyone's really going to see this. I don't really know who I'm talking to. But we're going to call this Updates from Jay, number 1. So update number 1 is I don't know what time it is or what day it is because my watch stopped working, and you know, I just got rid of it. I didn't even need it anymore, which that's kind of weird because watch batteries usually last longer than that. And that one, well, you know what? Before we came out here, I think I needed to replace it, but I never did. No, I did replace it because, no. Okay, well, you know what? It doesn't matter because I'm so tired of thinking about batteries. And you know what? I really need to find that. I need to go find that watch again.
The degradation of sanity is occurring now, too. Jay's personal up-close encounter has inflicted him in a way different than Alex. You can tell by his eyes that he hasn't been sleeping, and by his beard that much more time has passed.
Update number 3 is I still haven't found Alex. I've been looking for him, and I know he's out there. Okay, I know he's out there because I hear him. I heard him very clearly just not 2 days ago, I think I heard him. So I'm just going to go out there. I'm going to use the light. Now that I have this, I'm going to use this light. I'm going to go out there and look for him very soon. And when I find him, I'm going to bring him back. I'm going to bring him back here.
This journey gives us another interesting new lens to experience. A mentally broken Jay, still wielding the camera. Even after encounters and amnesia periods in Marble Hornets, we could trust Jay to stay in one piece during the story. Here, the operator is at a level of potency we've never seen, cracking even our original protagonist.
Let's go.
The sequence we've just witnessed is incredibly striking. Pacing, scares, shocks, movements, and their combinations.
Alex? Alex! Can you hear me?
Jay, where are you? 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 Jay, where are you?
Alex? Alex! Alex!
Jay's doppelganger is shown in flashes as he seems to be dragged across the floor, which would explain the scraping noises heard during the nights. Alex running around screaming for Jay is a scene that feels out of time. Was it before his body showed up, suggesting Jay left him in a panic during his psychological breakdown? Is it Alex in a timeline sequence break past his own death? And of course, was it Jay's doppelganger in the tunnel, or himself? The operator's insidious use of the phone continues Jay's torment. It's not just strategic, it's intentionally malicious.
Alex. Alex. Alex! Alex, just please come back. Just please. We can finish the videos. We can finish the series. I'll help you, I promise. Whatever you need me to do, I'll help you with it. I'm sorry. I was gone. I was so distracted with everything. But I'm back now. And we can make things together just like we used to. Just come back. Please. Just please come back. Just please. Please come back. I'm waiting here for you. Just please. I'm sorry. I'll be in here. I'll be in here. Riley? Riley! Can you hear me? Oh my god, yes, I'm here. Listen. Alex and I have been stuck out here for a really long time, and we can't figure out how to get out. And he's there? When did he get back? Oh my god. You have no idea how glad I am that... Yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm just so relieved. I'm listening. You figured it out. Yeah. Yeah, tell me, please. Okay. Yeah. All right, I'll put it down. Just a second. Hold on. Okay, it's down. Yeah, I'm facing the right way. Yeah. Into the hallway. Okay. I'm coming. Don't move. I'll be there soon. Yeah.
The camera was found by an unnamed individual. They were part of the crew tasked with the demolition of Rosswood Hospital. Its battery pack was 84% charged. No other equipment was found. Alex Crayley and Jay Merrick remain missing. Riley Merrick requested that this footage be released to the public in the hope that it may assist in locating Alex and Jay. Please come back. Rosswood is an achievement to embrace. A return to familiar grounds loaded with experience, innovative new discoveries, liberation of character development and chemistry exploration, and more confident pacing, scares, and concept. This is the evidence that Troy and Joseph never lost it. Their investment in abilities just built up compound interest. This is not a miniseries. It is a found footage film, and it could easily be recut in one afternoon to run as a full-length feature. I am impressed. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and in acknowledging the demolition of Rosswood Hospital, it does give a sense of an ending. Marble Hornets gave us such a journey of thrills, mystery, and horror, and while the experience of its live upload phase is now purely on tape, Rosswood brings those elements and appeal in a concentrated version. On the second run-through, I do hope you caught it. And at last, that's it. We are finally finished with Rosswood. The story is over. All secrets are revealed. And I am reinvigorated. The sunlight is coming through the cracks in my blinds. And I might go to sleep. But the dawn isn't quite here yet. The only pieces left of Marble Hornets I could possibly touch on are the comics, available through Troy's online store, Grampo. I'll put the link in the video description for anyone who wishes to purchase. All issues are available in digital as well as print, giving you the ability to directly support and immediately launch into that story. Thanks to all of you who supported the No More Tapes Kickstarter. Thanks to Troy and Joseph for making Rosswood. Thanks to Raycon for sponsoring this journey. Thanks to everyone who's viewed it or will show others. To all of you for watching. And to my YouTube members and supporters on Patreon. You can now support Nightmind for as little as $2 or $3 as a YouTube member or Patreon supporter, which empowers what I do and the Nightmind Index for new and undiscovered unfiction projects. To those in the $5 tier on either side, exclusive videos detailing my experience working on projects for Villainous will be available soon. I've just been waiting for a bit of word from Lord Blackhat on the newest of evil plans to allow ease of discussion for one of those videos. In the meantime, please enjoy some ambient videos I've been making to assist you in mindsets granted during our visits to mysterious and wonderful places. Thanks for joining me in the dark again this evening. If you enjoyed this video, and I helped clear up some questions, go ahead and give it a like and leave any comments you may have. Remember to join your fellow creatures of the night and subscribe to the Nightmind channel to catch upcoming unfiction explorations. As always, your support is extremely appreciated. From 10 years ago, into this moment, and into the future. Thank you, and thank you again. Now, go get some rest. But before you do, remember to check your SD card storage, swap your camera battery, and mind the sounds out in the hallway. As always, I'm Nick Nocturne, and unlike Alex, I'll be seeing you again real soon. Sleep tight.